YouTube, welcome back to our third video on how to get your own authority. I'm back with my lovely wife.
Hi.
And if you haven't subscribed to the page, don't forget to subscribe to the page. And if you have, thank you and welcome back. In this video, we'll be discussing on how we got our IRP plates and our IFTA stickers. So in PA, what is required to get our IRP plates / tags?
Yes, so this part of the process was the most difficult. It took the longest time and was the most stressful part about getting our authority. So up on the screen, you'll see a list of the requirement documents for Pennsylvania to get your IRP plates. The first form is MV 550A. Basically, this is the application that you have to fill out. You need 3 forms to verify your address. For a business, this can be your 2290, state or federal tax filings, your articles of corporation, your EIN confirmation, or a utility bill. The next document you need is Form MV41. And this is a form where you verify your VIN and your weight. And this is for if you have an out-of-state tag. So basically it's a form where you have to fill out sections B and E, and you have to have a Pennsylvania mechanic verify that information for you and sign and date there. You also will need a lease agreement. If you're leasing a truck from a company, you'll have to have the leasing agreement between you and the leasing company. You will also have to have a power of attorney document if you are leasing from a company, and that will have to be the original. You will need the title for your truck, and that will have to be the original, and we'll get to more details on that later. Of course, you need your driver's license and proof of insurance.
As you guys know, we are leasing a truck from Snyder Financial. Now, was there any other requirements with Snyder Financial in order to get our own authority?
Yes, as you mentioned, we are leasing a truck through SFI Finance. So they wanted to know that we had a plan going forward since we were starting our business, going into business for ourselves. So we originally had a security deposit with them of $3,500. They wanted us to increase that security deposit to $5,000. So we had to put an additional $1,500 for that. They also wanted us to make a business plan and kind of just outlining everything about our company and our projections for what we see what our numbers are going to be for the first 2 years. They wanted 3 months of your bank statements. They wanted to see your DOT active letter to make sure that you truly are, getting your own authority and that you have proof of insurance.
So, what was the biggest hurdle that we had to go through in order to get our IRP plates?
Yeah, so the biggest hurdle that we went through is the fact that we needed the original title of the truck. We spoke with our account rep at SFI, and basically he said that Snyder will not send out the original title. We've asked to speak to his supervisor as well, and he's saying the same thing. We do not send out the original in the mail. They are willing to send out a copy, but not the original. So the next thing I did, I called around to a few local TAs, or what they call temporary agents in Pennsylvania. There's specific auto tag places that also handle apportioned tag. They also handle the commercial apportioned tags as well. It's not every auto tags place, but there are several that actually handle commercial tags as well. So I called a few of those, and they all were saying the same thing as well. You need the original title. So the next thing that we did is I called the driver services department, the main office in Harrisburg. So speaking with the call center, I called 3 separate times on 3 different dates, and every one of those people were saying as well, you need the original title. We only work with the original title. So at that point, after a couple of weeks, we were kind of feeling defeated. We didn't know what to do, where to go. So we started to think of alternatives. One idea that we came up with, which, at this point now probably sounds a bit ridiculous, we were looking into other states to possibly get our plates. So we were looking at states where they didn't require the original title, where they would accept a copy. The only issue is that we would have to verify our address in that state. So we would need 3 forms or 3 documents to verify our address. So we were considering, because we know that a virtual office wouldn't work. We heard that several times. So we were actually considering getting an office, opening up a, really small office, a one-person office that was either $100 or something cheap, really cheap, a month to just have a pace of business within that state so that we were able to get our plates. Because we believe that's what some of the mega carriers do. They have, their main office in the state, but then they also have other little offices around the country, and then they're able to register their plates in these other states. So we were thinking, why can't we do it? But luckily, before we decided to go ahead and do that, we actually found a solution and were able to get our plates in Pennsylvania.
So, how did we end up getting our plates after being told that we needed the original title?
So, I decided to try one more time and call the main office, the driver's services office in our Harrisburg, just to see what they would say. So the fourth time I called, I got another rep and basically saying the same thing, you need the original title. But this time I actually asked to speak to a supervisor. So the supervisor came on and she didn't know, she didn't have any idea because they mainly work with, regular auto services. So what she offered to do was send an email to the actual Apportioned department, the actual department that actually processes the application. She sent an email to them and she explained that they don't have a direct number we can call. So that's why she sent an email over to them. So we did receive a call within a couple of days from a rep from that department. And she basically confirmed that we do not need the original title. She said that they can do what they call make the title non-negotiable, which was an extra $55, but at that point we didn't care. We would just do whatever it takes to get it done. So that was the solution, but we ended up having to go to Harrisburg to get that done, which is about 2.5 hours from us. So we didn't mind taking that drive. We drove down there early in the morning. Got it done. It did take a couple hours, but we were able to get it done. So that was all that mattered.
So what was the cost of the plates?
All right, so the cost of the plates for us ended up being $506. But keep in mind that is actually a prorated rate because for the year ends for tags in Pennsylvania on May 31st. So basically we were only paying for 3 months. We paid for March, April, May. So that's why it was $500 for the time frame that we were doing it.
So what is the cost when you renew it for the full year?
Yeah, so by May 31st, we will have to renew for a full year. And for that full year, the price is around $1,900 for the year.
Was the process difficult to getting your IFTA stickers? And what was the cost?
Yeah, so the IFTA process was a lot simpler than getting your IRP plates. So we actually got it done the same time that we were in the Harrisburg office. There was another area where we got those stickers. The cost was $12 and they only needed one form of verification of your address and for you to fill out the application, and that was basically it.
So what is the annual renewal process when it comes to IFTA stickers?
Yeah, so the IFTA stickers are good for a year. They renew annually and they expire December 31st of every year. But you do have to file your quarterly fuel tax involved with this. So when we were at the IFTA office in Harrisburg, the lady basically convinced us that it's really simple to do on your own. We were going to have, outside third-party service calculate our fuel tax for us, but she explained that it's simple. She said that you would just go to a website called MyPath for PA, and you just enter in the gallons of diesel that you've used in that year, and also the amount of miles that you traveled. So she explained that it was pretty simple for us. One other tidbit that I do want to say about IFTA stickers is that we were thinking that with the IRP plates there would be more scrutinization, but it turns out someone did visit us from our local IFTA department, and they visited our home and they put a business card within our mailbox. So I didn't talk to them or answer the door, but when I did call him back, it was a guy. He was really nice, and basically he just said that it's their standard policy to go out to your place of business, to your home, basically just to verify that your address is what you said it is. He also explained that he's the go-to guy, that if we have any questions, so when we're ready to file our quarterly taxes, he says give him a shout. He'll be able to help us out when we're going to go ahead and do our filings. So that concludes our video on IRP plates and IFTA stickers. So stay tuned for more videos to come.
And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share this video. And also give this video a thumbs up, all right? I will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Peace.